guys, welcome to Rheumatoid Diaries. In my last video I talked a little bit about some of the meds that I was on, a couple of them, and I said that I would do a separate video regarding steroids. So before I start, I just want to say if you're interested in this channel, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the bell to be notified of more videos of the like. I'm learning how to edit, so hopefully these will become a bit more interesting as time goes on. Yes, so back to steroids. I wanted to do a separate video on this because I think it needs it. So I have turned down steroids always from the beginning. I did, as I mentioned in my first video, I did a lot of research on the meds prior to being diagnosed because I had a feeling I knew what was going on with me, so I wanted to know what I was in for. And boy, am I glad that I did that, because as I mentioned in my last video, I was on methotrexate and it came with horrible side effects that would have really scared me if I had not known ahead of time, you know, that it was a side effect of the medication. So I would suggest to anyone, do your research. I also want to say to each their own with steroids and regarding taking steroids, because you got to do what's right for you. This is just what I've chosen for me, and I have chosen to refuse them every time. And I'm telling you, I have been, you know, doctors have tried to get me to take them on numerous occasions, and I just said no. And for me, these are the reasons. The side effects are horrible. The upfront ones, like somewhat immediate ones, and long-term side effects are really bad. And to me, the short-term fix that steroids offer is not worth the short and long-term side effects that you can deal with as a result of them. Some of the more common ones that it seems like I hear from everybody who's on them is insomnia. And I'll stop there for a minute because I have epilepsy as well. I have more than one health issue. So I have epilepsy. If I can't sleep, that's what causes seizures for me, is lack of sleep. That's the biggest thing that causes seizures for me. My epilepsy is pretty well under control. The seizures I do get are in my sleep at night, so I'm still able to drive, and I don't want to lose that privilege, believe me. That would make me lose my mind, I think. So that is one of the issues that a big issue that it causes. It causes like extreme weight gain and really fast. And you know, for me, mentally and emotionally, I don't want to deal with that too on top of everything else, especially when my joints are, you know, already affected by rheumatoid arthritis and osteoarthritis. So to gain weight would affect me emotionally and physically. So that's another one. It causes moon face, so it causes your cheeks to puff out. And I mean, with all due respect, it kind of looks like a chipmunk, you know, that you have a whole bunch of nuts in your cheeks and stuff. So, I mean, that's gotta affect people, you know. It wouldn't me, I know. And then there's some other major ones that it's just not worth it for me. Like, it can cause diabetes, which runs rampant in my family. It can cause thin skin. It can cause brittle bones, including your teeth falling out. And some of that's over time, but nonetheless, I don't want to chance it, you know. So those are other concerns that I have with it. And there's lots more. Those are a few of the big ones that just make me say, nuh-uh, not worth it. One more I will mention is it affects your adrenals. So they stop working when you're on the steroids because the steroids do the job for them, which is why you have to be weaned off when you come off of them. You can't just come off of them and you go through withdrawal. And doctors don't leave you on the steroids for long because they're so dangerous. But doctors don't tell you any of this. Pharmacists don't tell you any of this. And people will probably end up surprised by it. And some will choose to, risk the side effects or deal with the side effects to feel short-term relief. But that really is all it is short-term relief with a lot of potential long-term damage and short-term damage even. So yeah, just for me, I have decided that is one drug that I am not willing to risk. It scares me too much. So yeah, some of the other meds that I've been on, because I want to finish up with kind of the medication series and move on to some other things. I had moved on to biologics, the DMARDs like methotrexate, Plaquenil, oh my goodness, I can't even remember the names of all the meds that I was on. Cipro, I think, was one. There's a number of them that are DMARD in that category, and they're usually the first line of treatment, along with steroids, which I wouldn't take. None of them worked for me at all, and I had really bad side effects with the methotrexate, as I mentioned in my last video, and the Plaquenil didn't help, and it can cause eye damage. Like, you have to actually see an ophthalmologist prior to taking the meds so they can find your baseline, so they can watch your eyes while you're on the med, and it can cause eye damage down the road too. So since it wasn't working for me and I was on the highest dose of it, we came off of it. So yeah, then I went into the biologic realm, which is kind of when nothing else works. And guys, I went through Enbrel and Humira and Actemra and rituximab infusions, like IV infusions, and Rinvoq. Those are the biologics that I've been on, and biologics are expensive. Like, thankfully our insurance covered them, but like $1,600 to $1,800 a month. Rituximab can be up to $10,000 per treatment. It's insane. So if you don't have good insurance, you have to decide for yourself what you're gonna do. But anyway, Rinvoq caused me to break out in horrific cystic acne so fast. And my doctor wouldn't believe me, of course. I should do a video on doctors too. Maybe I'll leave that one for now. But yeah, so I had to come off of that one. Actemra caused a few things, but the main thing that I remember is vivid dreams. And I've been off Actemra for at least a couple of years now, and I still have vivid dreams stemming from Actemra. It was brutal. It was brutal. And it's a bummer because it was actually helping my joints. But I had to come off. So yeah, and Enbrel and Humira, they worked. Well, Enbrel, I don't think my rheumatologist gave enough time. She only left me on it 3 months, and it can take up to 6 months to help. So she decided after 3 months, oh, it's not helping you. So she took me off. Humira helped for a short time, and then it stopped helping. So those are the meds that I have been on, and I'm kind of being told that I only have one option left if I ever am able to get to my rheumatologist again to see her, which is unlikely. And with all that's going on in the world right now, I'm not even sure I want to trust meds anymore at all. But Orencia is what my rheumatologist had thought maybe we could try, or go back to like Enbrel and see if it would help me now. So anyway, at this time I'm not on any meds other than a painkiller for my RA, rheumatoid arthritis, rheumatoid disease really. And I'm progressing, but I mean, I had mentioned in my other videos that to get to my rheumatologist is a 10.5 hour round trip drive away. So, and she won't put me on anything, or I don't think the insurance company will allow me on anything unless she sees me in person, unfortunately. So even though I've seen other rheumatologists and been diagnosed and whatnot, it just kind of sucks. But anyway, so that's the short of it, long of it with my medications and where I'm at with that right now. And I see this video is getting pretty long, so I will leave it here. And I think next time I am going to talk on the differences between rheumatoid disease / arthritis and osteoarthritis. And so stay tuned if you want to learn more about that and how they feel and whatnot. I'd really like to hear from you and your experiences with medications. Have you been on them? Have you had good or bad experiences with them? How do you feel about steroids? Let's keep the comments kind. Everyone has the right to their own, medical treatment, right? Their choice. So, and again, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and I will end with there is hope, and hope is a good thing. Thanks for listening.